Well, we lost my dad sadly very suddenly. Mum had always lived with other people from her childhood. She'd never lived alone. For a time, my sister and I stayed with her, took it in turns every night to stay with her. That went on for a couple of months, but then obviously we had to go home and Mum was on her own. And it was very difficult to leave her at home knowing that she wouldn't see anyone until we came back, one or other of us, the next day. She was very lonely. She felt afraid. Clearly something had to happen. I looked around to think what that could be. She couldn't move in with me. I live in a townhouse. It's all stairs. She doesn't do stairs. My sister, her house wasn't suitable either. And Mum does, well, she craves company. So I looked at the facilities on offer, and honestly, this was the only one that I would consider living in myself. So I brought her here. I guess it was probably 4 or 5 months after my dad died. She thought she'd see an old people's home.
Yeah.
And what she saw was a beautiful lounge area, really well appointed, really light and open, and it felt a lot younger than she imagined, I would say. So yeah, she was never one really for going out a lot. She was always quite a home bird, which was why I thought this would be particularly difficult for her.
Yeah.
But I can honestly say she doesn't miss her home at all, which has really surprised me. She was there for 60 odd years, 66 years, something like that, 65 years. And she has never once missed it. Well, she really loves the social aspect. She really has made some good friends, and she enjoys the organised events, but she also enjoys the things that the homeowners organise. She's out most of the time, I would say, in the evenings. It's been a whole new experience for me to pop in on spec to see Mum and find that she's not at home. That's never happened, but that's happened a few times now, and it's great because she has her own life, and it's the first time, I would say, in my living memory that I could say that. They had a joint life, Mum and Dad, and when he died I didn't know how she'd manage, but she's come here and she has really embraced this new chapter, and she's really forged a life for herself, and I'm proud of her for it. Well, my dad was a force of nature. He was 90 and still did all of the gardening and the house maintenance. When he died, I realised what a huge undertaking that was. Mum had never really been involved with that. She was the homemaker, but not the home maintenance man. So I think when she became aware of how much of mine and my sister's time it was taking, she didn't want that to be a burden for us, and was very happy to move here so that none of us had to deal with it. And it has been really freeing not to be going to visit her and thinking, I need someone to look at that, or I need to do that in the garden. Mum has absolutely recognised that, I think for a lot of her life she was semi-dependent, you know, on other people, on for company, and for, you know, my dad did all the banking, all the organising of everything, and I think she values the fact that now I feel that she's making her own decisions, and she finds that really liberating. And it's been a great new start. It's a way of like starting this new adventure, that she chooses what she wants. She chooses how she wants to organise her life, whether she wants to go out, whether she doesn't want to go out. You know, she feels, I think, she misses my dad awfully, but I think she feels in some way that she's free to start this new adventure. It's a tremendous relief to think that Mum's safe, and I feel much less of a caregiver now and much more of a daughter. And we have such a laugh these days. You know, she's good company, my mum. And, you know, I can come round and we can sit and have a chat, and, I come for coffee sometimes with all of the people, and, you know, we really have a nice time. I really feel it's taken a lot of the weight out of the relationship, and it's just a lot freer and easier and more fun. In the evenings, if she didn't call me, I would worry about her when she was at home, and I'd probably end up getting in the car and checking she was okay. Whereas Here, if she doesn't answer the phone, I assume she's doing something else. I know she's safe, so we can all relax a bit more. I think I would focus more upon reassuring her that she'd be happy here with with her new life, and less worrying about the minutiae of the move. I think that became such a big deal and was quite depressing for all of us. I think if we'd looked forward more rather than backwards. I think I really wish I could go back in time, and I wish there'd been something like this we could have watched when Mum moved in. You know, I think this is a great thing. I'd really like to reassure future people that this is the right thing to do. This isn't me trying to sell anything. This is just, it is the answer for us in our situation. It's enabled us all to live our lives in a happier way. It's my dad a lot, of course I do. But I don't miss my old home, because it wasn't the same when he died, for one thing. And I find that now I have this new family home with a new set of relatives in a way. You know, the other people who live here, they're all lovely, and I feel like there is a community here, and it's a real thing. And I feel that even for the adult children like me, there's a lot to gain from this community.